There is always a moment, my friend, when you feel tired of trying. You have failed many times, you feel lost, and you start to wonder, maybe success is not for me. But that moment, that exact moment, is when most people quit. And that's the reason most people never win. Let me tell you something powerful. Winners are not people who never fail. They are people who never stop. When you stop, your dream dies. But when you keep moving, even slowly, even painfully, life opens new doors you didn't even know existed. So today, I want to speak directly to that part of you that wants to quit. The part that feels tired. The part that says, maybe I'll try again someday. No, my friend, don't wait for someday. Don't stop until you win. Part 1. The truth about winners. We often look at successful people and think, they were lucky. They had opportunities I never had. But if you look deeper, you'll see that luck was never the main reason for their success. What truly made them winners was their ability to keep going when others stopped. They had consistency, patience, and the courage to continue even after failing again and again. Success is not an overnight event. It's the result of thousands of small steps, taken when no one is watching and when no one believes you can make it. Winners understand this truth deeply. They know that progress may be invisible for a long time, but that doesn't mean it isn't happening. Think about Thomas Edison, the man who gave the world light. He failed more than 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Most people would have given up after 10 or 20 failures, thinking it was impossible. But Edison didn't stop there. He believed that every failure was a step closer to success. When a reporter once asked him how it felt to fail 1,000 times, Edison calmly said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that didn't work." That statement shows the true mindset of a winner. He didn't see failure as defeat. He saw it as education, a necessary part of his journey. That's why he eventually succeeded. He simply refused to stop. The same story repeats in many lives. Take Colonel Harlan Sanders, the man behind Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. He was 65 years old when he started trying to sell his chicken recipe. He was rejected 1,009 times before one restaurant finally agreed to use it. Just imagine. Over 1,000 rejections. Most people would have given up after the first 10. But Sanders didn't stop. He believed his recipe had value, and that belief gave him the strength to keep going. Today, KFC is one of the most recognized brands in the world. His story proves that persistence can turn even the last chapter of your life into the beginning of success. You see, life has a strange way of testing people. Before it rewards you, it asks a question. Are you serious about your dream? If you quit easily, life assumes you were never serious. But when you keep going through pain, through rejection, through doubt, life eventually gives in. It opens the door that once seemed locked forever. Winners don't win because they're lucky. They win because they don't stop. Part 2. The hidden power of refusal to quit. When you refuse to stop, something begins to change deep inside you. You may not see it immediately, but you can feel it. A kind of strength slowly growing within you. This strength is called grit. Grit is not something you are born with. It is something you build through struggle, failure, and persistence. It is that quiet fire inside you that refuses to go out, no matter how strong the wind blows. Grit is the ability to keep going when your mind screams, "Enough." It is the power that helps you take one more step when your body feels tired and your heart feels heavy. And this power, my friend, is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Grit is not about talent. It's not about being the smartest, the fastest, or the most skilled person in the room. It's about being the one who stays in the game the longest. Many talented people give up too early because they expect quick results. But the ones who keep showing up, who keep trying even when everything seems to go wrong, they are the ones who eventually win. Life rewards endurance. The longer you hold on, the more your chances grow. Every no you hear, every failure you face, every closed door you encounter, they are not the end. They are just part of the process that builds your inner power. Every time you choose not to quit, your mind becomes stronger. You begin to trust yourself more. You start believing that you can survive hard times, and that belief is priceless. Each time you rise after falling, your confidence grows. You start realizing that pain doesn't destroy you. It transforms you. You become someone who can handle life's storms without fear. You start walking with quiet strength because you've learned that you can't lose as long as you keep moving forward. The people who reach their goals are not necessarily the ones who have everything figured out. They are simply the ones who never left the path. They kept believing even when no one else did. They kept working when the world doubted them. They kept the promise they made to themselves. Remember this truth. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. You can either suffer for a short time while chasing your dream, or you can live the rest of your life wishing you had tried harder. One day, when you finally win, you'll look back and realize every sleepless night, every failure, every tear was worth it. Because that's how strength is born, through the refusal to quit. Part 3. Why most people stop too early. The sad truth is that most people never lose because of failure. They lose because they stop too soon. They give up not because their dream was impossible, but because they got tired of waiting. Many people walk away just before life was about to reward them. The journey to success is often the hardest right before it gets easier, but most people can't see that. They stop right before their breakthrough, not realizing how close they were to the finish line. Imagine a man digging for gold. Every day he goes to the same spot with his shovel. He digs for hours, sweating, struggling, and believing that one day he'll find the treasure. But after weeks of effort and no visible results, he becomes tired, frustrated, and hopeless. One morning, he decides to give up. He walks away, thinking it was all a waste of time. What he doesn't know is that the gold was only 3 feet away. Later, another man comes along, picks up where he left off, digs just a little deeper, and finds the treasure. The first man wasn't unlucky. He simply quit too early. That's exactly how life works. Most people stop right before the reward shows up. They can't see the progress they're making because the process of growth is often invisible. When you work hard for your dreams, whether it's studying, building a business, or improving yourself, you might not see the results immediately. But just because you can't see it doesn't mean nothing is happening. Real growth often happens underground, silent, hidden, but powerful. Think about a seed. When you plant it, you don't see anything for days or weeks. You might think nothing is happening. But deep under the soil, the roots are growing. The seed is preparing to break through. If you stop watering it, it dies. But if you trust the process and keep caring for it, one day it rises above the ground and becomes a strong tree. Your dreams are the same. They need patience, care, and faith. Don't stop just because the path is hard or slow. The hardest part of the journey often comes right before success. When everything seems against you, that's the universe testing your commitment. If you can keep going when it feels impossible, you are much closer to victory than you think. So keep digging, keep believing. Don't stop when it's hard. That's when you're growing. That's when you're closest to your goal. Part 4. The pain before the breakthrough. Every dreamer, at some point in their journey, faces what we call the breaking point. That painful moment when nothing seems to work, when every step feels heavy, and when your faith begins to shake. It's that dark phase where you start to question everything. Your path, your abilities, your purpose. You feel like you've given your best, yet life keeps throwing obstacles at you. It's confusing, painful, and sometimes unbearable. But here's the secret most people don't know. That breaking point is not the end of your story. It's the turning point. It's the moment that transforms ordinary people into legends. Think about an athlete preparing for a gold medal. For years, they wake up early when the world is still sleeping. They train until their muscles ache, until their lungs burn, and until their mind whispers, "Enough." They fall, they fail, and they face countless moments when quitting seems easier than continuing. But they keep pushing. They keep going through the pain. Why? Because they understand that pain is temporary, but glory is forever. When they finally stand at the stage with that medal around their neck, no one sees the pain, the sleepless nights, or the tears. The world only sees the victory. But the athlete knows that the real victory happened long before that day, in the lonely hours of struggle. The same truth applies to life. Before success, there will always be struggle. Before joy, there will be suffering. Before reward, there will be risk. You can't have a breakthrough without first facing a breakdown. Pain is the gate you must pass through to reach your purpose. But most people turn back when they see the fire. They run from pain instead of learning from it. They think pain means something is wrong, but in reality, pain means you're growing. It's a sign that you're stretching beyond your limits, that your old self is being broken to make space for a stronger version of you. If you can walk through the fire without losing your faith, if you can stay calm when everything seems to be falling apart, you'll rise from the ashes stronger than ever. Because pain is not punishment. It's preparation. It teaches patience, humility, and strength. The difference between those who give up and those who win lies in how they deal with pain. Most people run from it. Winners walk through it, step by step, breath by breath. And that's why they win. So when the pain comes, don't see it as the end. See it as proof that your breakthrough is near. Part 5. The mindset of until I win. There is a certain power in the words, until I win. Those 3 simple words carry an entire attitude, an unshakable belief that quitting is not an option. When you decide to live with the until I win mindset, you remove all excuses, all backup plans, and all time limits. You tell yourself, I don't care how long it takes, how hard it gets, or how many times I fall. I will keep going until I win. That is the mindset of true champions. They understand that success is not about luck or perfect timing. It's about persistence. It's about showing up again and again, no matter how many times life knocks you down. When you say, "I'll try for a few months," or "I'll try until I get tired," you're already planning your exit. You're already creating a limit in your mind. But when you say, "I'll keep going until I win," you give yourself permission to grow endlessly. You open yourself to learning, adjusting, and improving, as long as it takes. That's how every great story of success is written. Nobody knows how long their journey will take, but winners understand that time doesn't matter when the dream is real. The goal is not to rush to the finish line. The goal is to stay in the game long enough for success to find you. Champions don't put deadlines on their dreams. They don't say, "I'll give this 1 year, and if it doesn't work, I'll quit." Instead, they say, "I'll give this everything, my energy, my focus, my heart, for as long as it takes." Because real winners know that the dream is worth more than the timeline. They don't measure their progress by how fast they reach the goal, but by how long they can stay committed to it. You can fail 100 times, but if you get up one more time, you're still in the fight. And that's all that matters. Winning is not about speed. It's about endurance. The one who stays the longest, learns the most, and refuses to quit is the one who ends up on top. Life doesn't reward the quickest. It rewards the most consistent. So keep moving forward. Even if your steps are small, take them. Keep improving your skills, your mindset, your habits. Keep believing, even when there is no visible result. Because the moment you decide that you won't stop until you win, the universe begins to align everything in your favor. That's the moment you stop hoping for success and start becoming unstoppable. Part 6. The loneliness of the climb. When you decide to chase your dreams seriously, something unexpected begins to happen. You start to lose people. Some friends will no longer understand you. Some family members will question your choices. The people who once supported you might begin to say, "You've changed," or "You're wasting your time." They'll call your dreams unrealistic and your focus strange. But that's okay, because every person who chooses to grow will eventually outgrow certain people. The path to greatness is not crowded. It's lonely. Not everyone is built for the climb. You see, when you start doing something different, when you stop following the crowd and start building your own path, people around you become uncomfortable. They don't see your vision the way you do. They can only see your struggle, not your purpose. And because they can't see what you see, they will try to pull you back to the comfort zone where they live. They'll tell you to be realistic, to stop dreaming so big, to settle for less. But deep inside, you know that settling is the same as dying slowly. So you keep going, even if it means walking alone. There will be nights when you'll feel completely isolated. You'll sit alone with your thoughts, questioning yourself, wondering if all this effort is worth it. There will be moments when no one claps for you, when no one believes in you, and when you have nothing to show for all your hard work. It's in those dark moments that many people quit. But if you can survive the silence, you'll come out stronger. Because success is built in silence, not in noise. Every champion has walked through seasons of solitude before standing in the spotlight. Remember this: even the sun rises alone every morning, yet the entire world depends on its light. The sun doesn't ask for applause or validation. It simply shines because that's its purpose. Be like that. Keep climbing your mountain even if no one walks beside you. Don't be afraid of walking alone. The path to the top was never meant for everyone. At the top, the air is thinner and the crowd is smaller, but the view is worth every lonely step you take. One day, the same people who doubted you will look up and say, "I always knew you could do it." And you'll smile, not out of pride, but out of peace, because you'll know that your strength was built in the loneliness of the climb. Part 7. Turn your pain into power. Pain can destroy you, or it can transform you. The difference lies in how you respond to it. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has faced pain, deep pain. But instead of allowing it to break them, they allowed it to build them. That is the mindset of a true fighter. When life knocks you down, you have two choices: stay down and suffer, or rise up and use that pain as fuel to become unstoppable. When you face rejection, betrayal, or failure, it's easy to feel defeated. You might think, "Why me? Why does this always happen?" But the truth is, pain doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to awaken you. It pushes you to grow, to change, to evolve into a stronger version of yourself. The people who never experience hardship often remain the same. But those who go through storms and still stand tall, they become unshakable. Think about it. When you touch fire once, you learn not to touch it again. When you fail once, you learn what not to do next time. Pain is a powerful teacher. It gives you lessons that comfort never could. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" start asking, "What is this teaching me?" That single shift in mindset turns your suffering into strength. Use your pain as motivation. Let it remind you of what you're capable of overcoming. When people doubt you, when life disappoints you, when doors close in your face, take all that energy and redirect it. Build something, train harder, study more, work smarter, become the person your pain tried to break. Because when you channel your pain into progress, you win twice. Once over your challenges and once over your old self. Remember, diamonds don't shine without pressure. The more pressure they face, the brighter they become. The same is true for you. Your struggles are shaping your character, your mindset, and your destiny. Don't run from them. Rise through them. Every scar you carry tells a story of survival. Every tear you've shed is proof of your strength. So don't waste your pain. Turn it into power. Let it become your reason to rise higher, fight harder, and dream bigger. Because one day, you'll look back and realize the pain that once hurt you was actually the force that helped you become unstoppable. Part 8. Build discipline like a warrior. Discipline is the bridge that connects your goals to your results. You can have the clearest vision of your dreams, the biggest ambitions, and the strongest desire to succeed. But without discipline, all of it remains just ideas. Discipline is what turns thoughts into action, plans into reality, and effort into achievement. It is the difference between someone who dreams about success and someone who actually lives it. Winners understand this truth deeply. They wake up early, even when their body wants to stay in bed. They work hard, even when they are tired. They study, practice, and improve, even when it feels boring or uncomfortable. They keep promises, not just to others, but to themselves, even when no one is watching. That is the quiet, invisible power of discipline. It shows up in the small, consistent actions that most people ignore. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the wind. You might feel motivated today, and tomorrow that feeling may disappear. But discipline is permanent. It is the habit of showing up, the habit of taking action no matter what your emotions say. Motivation can start your journey, but discipline ensures you finish it. That is why winners rely on discipline more than motivation. If you want to win, train your mind like a warrior. A warrior does not wait for the perfect conditions. A warrior does not let emotions, distractions, or comfort control their actions. A warrior does what must be done, no matter how they feel. Doing what is easy may give you temporary relief, but doing what is right builds your strength, character, and future. Winners understand this. They know that the path to success is never easy, but it is always worth it. Winners don't stop when they are tired. They stop when the work is done. They push past fatigue, fear, and doubt because they have built the mental and physical discipline to endure. Every step forward, every small action, every consistent habit strengthens them. Discipline turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It is the invisible force that propels you forward when no one else believes in you, when circumstances are difficult, and when the world tells you to quit. If you want to achieve your dreams, if you want to reach the top, cultivate discipline like a warrior. Make it your foundation. Let it guide your actions, shape your habits, and protect your dreams. Because discipline is the quiet power that separates winners from everyone else. Part 9. Small wins every day. Success is not built in a single day or with one big action. It comes from the small, consistent steps you take every day. Most people make the mistake of thinking they need a massive breakthrough or a sudden miracle to achieve their dreams. But real progress is often quiet, slow, and invisible. It is the accumulation of small wins that leads to extraordinary results over time. Every tiny step you take, every small improvement you make, is moving you closer to your goal. You don't need to change your life overnight. You don't need to do everything perfectly from the start. Instead, focus on improving just 1% every day. Wake up a little earlier. Read a few extra pages. Practice your skill for 10 more minutes. Take one more action toward your dream than you did yesterday. These may seem insignificant in the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, these small steps add up to massive results. Momentum is built gradually, but once it begins, it carries you forward in ways you could never achieve with a single effort. Most people underestimate the power of small progress because they want instant results. They give up when they don't see immediate success, not realizing that anything worth achieving takes time. The tallest tree in the forest didn't grow overnight. It started as a tiny seed, and every day it absorbed water, sunlight, and nutrients to grow stronger. Your dreams work the same way. They need patience, care, and consistent effort. Small daily actions are the water and sunlight that nourish your ambitions. Keep watering your efforts every day. Celebrate your small wins because they are proof that you are moving forward. Even when the results are not visible, trust that growth is happening beneath the surface. One day, when you look back, you will be amazed at how far you've come. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but it continues with countless small steps taken consistently. So, don't wait for a huge breakthrough to feel motivated. Focus on the small actions you can take today. Improve a little, work a little harder, learn a little more. These small wins every day are the secret to unstoppable success. Keep moving, keep improving, and one day, your consistent efforts will blossom into the success you have been dreaming of. Part 10. Believe before you see. The most powerful force in the world is belief, the ability to trust in something that hasn't happened yet. Most people wait to see results before they believe they can succeed, but winners do the opposite. They believe first, and then they take action until reality catches up with their vision. Faith is seeing light with your heart when your eyes see darkness. It's the ability to hold on to hope when the situation looks impossible, and to keep moving forward even when no one else understands your journey. Winners understand that believing in themselves is not optional. It is essential. They see themselves succeeding long before it happens. They imagine the victory, feel it in their hearts, and let that feeling guide their actions. When Thomas Edison was inventing the light bulb, he didn't see immediate results. He saw the invention in his mind first. When J.K. Rowling wrote the first Harry Potter book, she believed in her story even when publishers rejected it multiple times. Belief came first, action followed, and then the world finally caught up. To achieve your dreams, you must believe in your potential even when nobody else does. People will doubt you. People will tell you it's impossible. They will laugh at your vision and question your abilities. That is why your belief must be stronger than their doubts. You must speak victory when the world expects you to fail. You must act as if success is already yours, even when the evidence says otherwise. The world responds to those who show faith in themselves, and it often ignores those who don't. Belief is not passive. It requires work, patience, and persistence. You believe first, you act with effort and discipline, and then you wait while your hard work and faith manifest into results. There will be moments of doubt. There will be times when nothing seems to be working. But your belief will carry you through those moments. It will remind you that what you see now is temporary, but what you are creating is permanent. Remember this: the world gives to those who believe in themselves. If you don't believe in your vision, who else will? Plant the seed of belief in your mind. Nurture it with consistent effort and unwavering faith. Work hard, wait patiently, and trust the process. Your time will come. The breakthrough you've been dreaming of is on its way, but it starts with belief long before the proof arrives. Final words: don't stop until you win. My friend, life is not a race. It's a journey, and the path to your dreams is built with persistence, courage, and unwavering faith. You may walk slowly, and there will be days when progress seems invisible. You may stumble, fall, and feel like you're losing ground. But if you keep walking, even one small step at a time, you will eventually reach your destination. Growth comes not from speed, but from consistency and resilience. Every time you rise after a fall, you become stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the challenges ahead. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers or wait for the perfect moment. What you need is commitment. You need the courage to keep going even when it's hard, when others doubt you, and when life seems unfair. Winners are not born, they are made. One decision, one action, one step at a time. The choice to continue, even when the odds are stacked against you, is what creates champions. That's why, here on English Achieve, we remind ourselves every day that success is not about luck, talent, or timing. It's about refusing to quit and taking action consistently. So the next time you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Remember the vision that inspired you. Remember how far you've come and what you are fighting for. Remind yourself that every small effort, every moment of patience, and every step forward is shaping your future. And when you feel doubt creeping in, say these words out loud. I won't stop until I win. Because the moment you make that decision, life has no choice but to move in your favor. Keep going. Stay persistent. And never, ever stop until you win. Your victory is waiting, and it belongs to you.